Welcome to Soldierz Program Training. Welcome to the Soldierz Live Recovery Meeting live from Thursday night. We are still having a evening though. What's up, buddy? I Speak for Jesus is going on. Recovery doesn't stop, so we are still having a recovery meeting. We are still having a recovery meeting. My name is CJ Vasquez. I'm in recovery. This is the Soldierz Live Recovery Meeting. We are not affiliated with any 12-step program. We believe that God and recovery must come first, and that recovery is not a one-size-fits-all. Please speak in the mic. Oh, I thought I was reading the announcement. Say hi, Lindsay. Hi. I see your forehead. That's okay. Over there, like chairs, tables, Lindsay. Lindsay, you're shot at the chair and tables. Get him over there. Get him right up in there. Come on. How are you doing?
I broke up with my sister. I'm not I'm pinking privacy right now. Because I just been stressed and I need to refocus. I feel like we maybe jumped into too soon and... Huh? Well, it's okay.
I mean...
That's for those people that think jumping into relationship is a good idea. It adds a lot of stress. I'm trying to be my in class and I'm not.
Good evening, Soldierz.
Praise God. Hey, that's identification.
I'm Nicholas Gordon. I'm in recovery.
What's up, Big Nick?
I have 601 days sober today. Welcome to the Soldierz Live Recovery Meeting. We are not affiliated with any 12-step program. The difference is we are not a program. We are a recovery family. We believe God and recovery must come first. Recovery can be found in many various ways. We have a few announcements to cover before we get this meeting started. I Stand for Jesus, Fairgrounds, Mid-American Energy Stage. Friday night testimony, Miss CJ Vasquez. What time is the testimony? 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Come and support CJ Vasquez. All right. Saturday, 1 p.m. Big Toby Johns. Come check it out. Soldierz 4th of July fireworks and bonfire. On the 4th, expecting donations for fireworks show. Soldierz 5th annual, July 5th. Right here, south parking lot, 12 to 4, taco truck, 20-foot water slide. Real. The meeting is shared on Facebook Live for those unable to attend in person. If you do not get the opportunity to share during the meeting, please feel free to jump on the page and share a live event jump on the group page and share on the live event or on the page. Everyone's recovery is valuable to this recovery family. Recovery is not a one-size-fits-all. Please speak into the microphone so people online can hear you. If you choose not to share, please at least share your name and your recovery time, so that way we can get to know you. We here in Soldierz community celebrate every day as a victory. Please keep your share to 3 minutes maximum, so everyone gets a chance to share. As you can see, we keep a chair in the center of the room for those out there still sick and suffering and the family members suffering along with them. Praying one day they find their chair. A moment of silence followed by the Lord's Prayer. Whose Father?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, and thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
All right. So, the topic I chose tonight is pretty simple. It's just support. You know, I'm going to ask some questions along with that here in a minute, just so you can give you something to think about. And it's an open topic as well. So if you have something you want to talk about, just feel free So, I felt led to talk about support. The reason being, I just, my birthday was on May 22nd, and it was just a few weeks back, and just seeing the support that I had for that, it was an awesome feeling. I kind of rode that wave into June, and for those that don't know, me and Jill kind of had some unexpected things happening the past month. She had multiple surgeries, about 3 total surgeries. There was complications, there was a lot of stress, there was a lot of anxiety, things of that nature. That's where the support comes into play. I want to give a quick shout out to Toby and Melanie Johns, and TJ and CJ, just for the prayers and everything like that, For me, it was just important that I had that support going into that situation. Of course I had Jesus, but just what that support looked like with Toby, he's like, what time do I need to be there? Showed up at like 6 in the morning, took her to the hospital. Excuse me, I might get emotional, okay? So, it was just a good feeling. I had taken off of work 1 or 2 days, and I wasn't gonna stress about money, that's like $100 a day. I was sitting there like, he took her to multiple surgeries. With that being done, I was able to focus on what I needed to focus on. I didn't have to stress out at work. I didn't have to be in a critical state, So it was just a good feeling to know that I have that support. And when I was in my addiction, I didn't have that kind of support. I didn't have the people in this room. I didn't have the bonfires. I didn't have the people I could call. When I would call somebody, they'd be like, man, Nick's calling. Steve, Skip, etc. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to them. Surgery went well, recovery went well. All glory to God. So, I got a couple questions I just wanted to ask, as far as the support goes. Number one is, who is your main support? Who is your main support person that you have in your circle? Me personally, I have like 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just blow them up. Tony's one of them. TJ, Toby, all my brothers are on speed dial. I'll just blow them up like, hey, what are you doing?
FaceTime.
Another question.
FaceTime, not speed dial.
I'm the only guy that FaceTimes TJ daily. So, are you in contact with them supports daily? I think it's very important that you remain in consistent contact. Toby called me earlier. I said, you didn't call me this morning. What were you doing? That's just a little how it is for us. I'm grateful to have that open communication and just those people that reach out every single day. You never know. It might be that day that you just need someone to call. So, is there honesty in your interactions with those supports? It's very important for me to remain honest in all of our interactions I have with you guys. It's important that I am honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit there and paint some picture that is not true. So what you see is what you get. Who's your go-to support other than Jesus? These are just questions, guys. So, and what does support look like for you? How can I be a better support for you? How can we be a better support for you? And that's all I really have to say, guys. I'll pass.
Thanks, Nick.
My name is Robert, and I'm in recovery. I've got 6 years, 2 months, and 12 days in a row. Support in recovery, and any kind of support is necessary for us to just live normal. I mean, what is normal? This is our normal. We are normal. Support. I get my support obviously from talking to God every day and waking up and thanking Him for the day. But I also get guys like this, FaceTiming me, what are you doing, where you been, how come you're not at the meeting. Those types of little interactions make the difference. They mean the world to me, So having a support system around you is important. We become a product of the environment that we keep. So if you want to be a millionaire, you're going to hang out with millionaires. If you want to be a river rat, you're going to go down and hang out by the river. It's just that simple. But my support system is, I got a phone full of support, and there's always somebody every day checking on me, asking me how I'm doing, what's my plans. And what am I doing to improve my recovery? These are things that matter. These are things that mean something. It's nice to know that I can go throughout my day knowing that somebody cares about me and is thinking about me. But 5 years ago when this meeting started in a basement with 5 guys and a phone, it has grown to unexpected numbers. This is incredible, If this wasn't God, it wouldn't be. And because God and recovery must come first, this thing has grown to a support system that is just incredible, And I could turn to probably anybody in this room, get their phone number, and talk to them daily and find out, hey, what are you doing in your recovery today? Or have you talked to anybody? Or what's going on with you? You seem a little out of sorts, and every day's not perfect, and we get out of sorts sometimes. And to have people in our support system that know the way we move, and when we move a little differently, we reach out. We make contact. We find out what's going on. It could be something as simple as, I got a flat tire, and I'm pissed off, and I just need somebody to talk to, Those little things make a difference in somebody's recovery. And we have to stand out and stand up for each other and have each other's back 100% all the time. When I'm driving by and I see those guys hanging out with the cardboard signs, I used to judge that, but I don't anymore. Because I used to be in that situation. I used to be the person needing that chair in the middle. But that chair in the middle has established a support system. It's just, there's no words for it. The support system that is in this room and outside of this room has saved people's lives. And it's going to continue to save people's lives. Why? Because God and recovery must come first. Hashtag relapse is not an option.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I have 402 days. The support that I have in sobriety is amazing because I never had that when I was in active addiction. I'm just amazed upon how many people actually care about me. So the 2 main supports I have is my husband right here and then my best friend right over there. Her name is Lindsay. That's who my support is, and that's who I can lean on anytime that I need it without my past.
Tony Vasquez, Anointed Word of Jesus Christ, 2 years and 2 weeks. Support. That's a good one. So for me, first and foremost, you got to have God as your cornerstone. It takes Him as the cornerstone. It takes all these other little stones that go all around that cornerstone, which leans on to the main support of the structure, which is your firm foundation. So for me, support is pressing in. Support for me is completely leaning on the Bible, knowing my scripture, completely trusting God. Support for me is, it doesn't matter if you have 10 years, 1 day, or whatever, you can still learn and support that person. That person can actually show you stuff that will support you too. And I find this daily at the Bethel. I find this daily when people are seeing something different about me, and I'm also seeing a change in these people. it's a good thing. And it's all because of the glory of God. And every time I continue just to press in, I remember those that were by my side when I was in my addiction, those that were by my side when the whole world was against me. Those are the people that truly, truly, truly support you. And I give a shout out to my brother. I give a shout out to my mom. I give a shout out to my grandma. I give a shout out to everybody. And I just continue just to press in. I continue to seek. I continue to find. Yes, I do support my wife too. It's just something, husband got to do. Something that the Bible says the husband got to do. So I will do it till my last breath, and I'll do it to my best and my fullest. And I'm going to continue just to press on. But most and foremost, Jesus Christ is my main support. I ain't going to lie. Everything I do, everything I preach, everything I say, all comes from the blood of Christ shedding on that cross. And I'm going to just continue to press forward. I'm going to continue just to search. And I know I'm going to see a victory as I continue to press on. There ain't no doubt about that in my mind. And one thing and foremost, we got to remember, like I say all the time, the devil's a liar. We got to not even let him get those snares, those traps. We got to let him not even get in your head. And your head's where he likes to roam. But you got to shut it down right away. You got to banish it in Jesus' name. Be gone. And as you continue to press on, you will see glory in your life. You will see new things in your life that you never thought you'd be able to see before. You just have to stay humble, stay patient, persevere, watch, and see. With that being said, Tony Vasquez, I'm out.
I'm Jill. I'm a supporter.
I'm a Benet support. I like this one. Every day, bad day from the year, I call my sponsor, called TJ, so that I go to 3 or 4 meetings during the reunion of bad days. I went to 3 or 4 meetings on June 6th. That's the last milestone I've been so far. And I went to 3 or 4 meetings because I definitely needed it. Like June 6th, it was the start of my depression 15 years ago when I lost one of my best friends to K2. K2 assumed himself because of K2. And my friend was one of the first ones to die of that evil drug. And his family made sure to go to like White House, and there was even a bill called the David Weisgard Act that which helped make it. I would be the first state to make it illegal, and 15 years ago. And the next biggest support would be in July 28th, where I would definitely go up there for meetings there. I lost my sister July 20th of last year, and May 3rd is my sister's birthday, May 6th is my mother's birthday, and December 1 is when I lost my mother. These day reunions now get old. You always be depressed. You're never going to get grief. Won't go out. Even if it's 20, 30 years of a person's death, it's you need the support. And some of the soldiers in my support, sponsorship, my support. Without you guys, I would not be here right now. I'd be sitting in prison for a long time if it wasn't for you guys. And that's my support. And that passed.
My name is Adam. I got 561 days sober. My biggest support is my family and my best friend Allie. They hold me accountable for everything. They've helped me get a job. They keep me on track. So with that, I'll pass.
My name is Alexandra, and I've got 78 days. My biggest support is actually the people that are taking care of my kids. Kind of my new family. They adopted me, so they call me every single day, and they know the second I'm off. Like I was sick on Saturday, and they were like calling me, like, "What are you doing?" Why are you sick? And I was like, I threw up at work, guys. But other than that, my friend Adam, and surprisingly enough, my family-centered services worker, she actually picks up my phone call anytime I have a problem, and she's always been there, and she's been my biggest cheerleader besides my kids. So, with that, I'm next.
My name is Babs. I'm in recovery. I have 7 years and 2 days. My biggest support is each and every one of you guys in this room. You know, because without you guys, you know, keeping me in check and making me realize that, you know, see, this is not about me. This is not about me. It's all about you guys. It's all about God. It's all about recovery. It's all about being an example. So, you know, my biggest support is the man standing in front of me, the man standing behind me, on the side of me, and on the other side of me. And most importantly, my wife. And, you know, God is right entrenched in the center of it. You know, because, you know, they say a wise man steps all about a ladder. You know, no, I'm not perfect, but I do my best to always be accountable, to always be an example, and allow my words to carry value, let my actions carry value. Because, you know, we can always see that we're in recovery and we believe God and we trust in God, but we walk away from that and we go act like heathen. What are we saying about God? What are we saying about recovery? So, you know, it's not, you know, just about support. It's about familyhood, brotherhood, sisterhood, you know, being there when it really matters. That's what it's all about. Iron sharpens iron.
I am Tanya, I have 3 years,
I am Steve. I'm a supporter.
Hey, Steve.
Hi, I'm Jenny Grable. I have 10 months of recovery. My biggest support is my parents. But as far as like within recovery goes, like I really like Baba said, everybody in this room is my biggest support, especially the women. It's really important that I get to the women's meetings on Tuesday nights. I really like how I don't have like a specific person that I go to for support in this group. Because I really like the plurality factor that we've got going on. And like Tony said, whether you have 10 years or 1 day, I can, you know, just like suck support out of every one of you. I'm still pretty young in my recovery, you know, but I'm already starting to forget what it was like in my first few days, you know, and what it was like to deal with my emotions, to process my emotions without numbing them. So I love me some newbies, you know, I just, because I don't want to forget what that was like. What else was I saying? Oh, this is like truly a family, and that's kind of what I'm talking about with the plurality. Like each person steps up to their role as a family member, and I really love that. Like nobody, like, especially on the page, nobody really thinks like, oh, I don't have a role or I don't have a position, so I shouldn't speak up to this. You know, when someone asks a question on the page, answer it if you have the answer. You know, don't wait for TJ to answer it. Don't wait for CJ to answer it. Just answer it. You know, that's support, right? All right, thank you.
I'm Janine. I had 4 years, 7 months from drugs, and today is 1 month from alcohol. My biggest support, this guy right here. I'm going to say the women too. I opened up about a lot of stuff that's going on right now on Tuesday in this meeting. I think if I said the word, they were right at dawn, like nobody's business for me. So that's definitely something different. I've never had that before. My mom, my kids, but ultimately just this family period. I believe that if I reached out to any single one of you guys, you would be there and same in reverse. So that's all I got.
Thank you.
My name is Marquise and I'm in recovery.
Hello, Marquise.
What's up, y'all? I got 1 year and 7 months. Support. I love this. I really do. I love support. However, to me, I don't know if I even, I know I have a support system. I don't know if I ever really reach out, but you guys definitely do reach out to me. You know what I mean? Your guys are constantly reaching out to me. The TJs, the CJs, I mean, they just look at me and they're like, Marquito, what's wrong with you? And I'm just like, I don't know if I want to talk about it. And then, you know what I mean? Like me and CJ will have some crying sessions, or me and TJ, he'll be really straightforward, but it's stuff you need to hear. The way I look at it though, the way I've always seen it is my support lies in front of me, which is God, and that's who I focus on 24/7. Which lies beside me, which is on the left and the right. I got my Janine, I got the people in this family, and then what also lies behind me, which is my drug addiction, which is the things that I came from, which is everything that I once lived, where I was stuck at, everything that got me to the point where I'm at. That also supports me. You know why it supports me? Because I don't forget where I came from. I don't forget the things that I had to go through to be able to be the person that I am today. You know what I mean? So I always look forward, but there's times where I do get depressed and I start looking back and I'm like, do I really want to go back there? Do I really want to go back to being homeless, looking for drugs, sleeping on random people's couches, constantly, you know what I mean, crying over my kids because I can't see my kids, right? You know what I mean? All these other reasons. No, I don't want to do that. So that is a big support. Looking back is a big support for me. But looking side to side, seeing all you guys, having the people that, like Janine, that I text 24/7, because I'm just that kind of person. I'm just really emotional and always in my head. But you guys do a tremendous work to just reach out. I don't even have to reach out, and I probably should reach out, but you guys always notice it before I even want to have the audacity to be like, hey bro, can you help me, because I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? So you guys do a tremendous job of that, and I love you guys for that. With that, I pass.
My name is David, and I have 97 days sober. Support is definitely this group. I have a couple friends that support me, and this woman right here, and that's it.
I am Marie, and I didn't count my days because I wasn't expecting to talk, but I have Jeff Gordon days 24. My support, I don't know. I've always relied on me, myself, and I. I've been going on a lot of walks, a lot of runs lately. I went on 3 today because of emotions. I thought me and my mom were kind of doing this sober thing together, which we are in a degree, but I don't have the support from her. Because Saturday's topic, I went home and I made a post on Facebook talking about how I forgive her for raising me in a drug environment and how I grew up only knowing drugs. And apparently that offended her because I outed her to the public, and she didn't come to me, her friend came to me and told me that I needed to delete my post. And I was like, no, it's a part of me. And it's a part of the life I lived. And today, in the process of us, all this and that, she proceeded to call my 7-year-old an a-hole. And still demanded that he spend the day with her. And that was very hard for me. Because he was bawling and I didn't want to send him, but then she was guilt tripping me the way she always has my entire life. Manipulated me like none other. And he ended up leaving the house with her for a couple hours. I went on my 3rd walk of the day during that because I didn't know what else to do. And he was at work still, so I couldn't call him. Not that I call him anyway, I text him. And it was just very hard, but I always have had my grandma. And so I went back to the house because we all live together. We're the Brady Bunch. And I was talking to my grandma about it, and she goes, okay, well, did you pray? And I said, no, but I held my dad because I keep him in a cross around my neck. And she goes, okay, well, we'll pray about it too. And so I went to my room and I prayed about it, and I didn't get an answer right away, but I never usually do. I'm stubborn. And so I'm going to go home tonight and I'm going to continue to pray about it because that's all I know how to fully do. And that's it.
I'm Eric.
most in recovery. My support is my mom and my sister and my brother and my daughter. They support me through this 6 months and further on down in the future. With that, I'll pass.
My name is Lindsay. I have 295 days. Yay. Yay. But, so for support, well, of course I have Steffi. That's my best friend and my roommate, so she kind of gets the word vomit a lot. So God bless her heart. But I'm on the same page as Jenny in the fact that like there's no specific person. When I'm wanting to revert, so a lot of times I'll go to the TJ or CJ because I look to them as faith mentors and like, all right, here's what I want to do. Like, what would Jesus do? And then they help me through that. And then, I don't know, I'm really bad. Like, I consider everybody in this room my family, but I'm not one to reach out and chit chat. And like, I have a busy schedule. I go to work, I have school, I have meetings, I have kids, I have, I'm trying to volunteer even on top of that. So like, if I ever don't reach out, don't ever take it personal. I've always kind of kept to myself, but that's what these meetings are for, the meetings, the bonfires. Church on Sunday is my social, social, whatever. I'm so tired, sorry. Social, like, burst I get. And then I also am very, like, I need to recharge because I suck up vibes so bad. Like as much as I want to help the people, the vibes that they give off also come into me, and so I need to go recharge. And I don't know where I'm going with all this, but I have great support, like through everybody in this room. I feel more comfortable with anybody in this room than I ever have, even with my own parents or my own family, because you guys are all from where I came from. So like, I know that our stories are different, but you understand where I came from and things that I went through. It may be different just slightly, but you know what it's like to be on your knees begging God for help, and you know what it's like to get back up. So I appreciate that. My mom does support me, and since she's had my kids, she's like slowly came to see like, all right, well maybe I shouldn't have just told you that you were okay when you weren't okay, And so she's changing too, even at 67 years old. Like, she's taking classes on addiction. Like, she's actually taking the time. So that's God, and that's a blessing. I guess the only thing that is consistent is change. So I don't know where all that went, and I hope it made sense. But here we are.
I'm Sean. I got 151 days left. Support, like my support for me being in Sober Soldiers, my recovery, my following God. I would say would be like my mom, my cousin, one of my best friends, Kyle, everybody in Sober Soldiers. That's pretty much all the people I really interact with anymore. Everybody else is just on the street and just a bad playground, so I kind of switched it all up, which I had to do without a pass.
My name's Andre Belland. I got 283 days. Support's been something that's actually a really touchy subject for me. I grew up in foster care, so I really didn't have a supportive family. Just recently, I've started getting in touch with one of my sisters again. I know she supports me, and she always answers my call when I call. But honestly, my main support, and even though I'm so young in faith, has been the Bible. Anytime that I get to a crossroad that I don't know which direction to go, I'll open it up, and it just slaps me right in the face exactly what I need to hear. Other than that, of course, I've only been around Silver Soldiers now for a week, and I'm working on building bonds within the house and everything like that. And so I really hope to see where things go, and really excited to grow more.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I have 111 days today. That's my daughter walking off with my car keys. First and foremost, as far as support goes, and I hope she's watching, I want to give Carol a shout out because she has supported both of us so much in our recovery, and I feel like she deserves a lot more credit than what I give her, and a lot more thanks than what I give her. So I do hope she's watching. She's my future mother-in-law, and she has been a blessing on me because I wouldn't be here truly if it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for this guy over here. Support for me looks like keep your chance to talk over there. Hold on. Support for me looks like reaching out, like everybody says. My mom, my stepdad, they've been incredible supports for me. My mom has been through both of my attempts at recovery, so she's seen the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And I hope she's proud of me today, and I think she is. She tells me she is. Support also looks like this room, all of your faces, everybody online, people who get on the page and comment, the church family, just, it's truly, truly amazing the amount of support, even though tonight this room doesn't look as full as it normally does, I feel like, maybe just because more people are sitting behind me, but there is so much support in this recovery family, and there's so much support in this community. Like, I feel like we're our own little community. I mean, we're a family, but we're also just like this little community of people because we have, you know, everybody online. I mean, guys, we are worldwide spreading this message and changing lives, and it's awesome. Like, it is crazy to think that it started with 5 guys in the basement with a phone. I mean, this is the power of God, for sure. This is what he can do, and if he can do this with a group of misfits like us, like, holy cow. So that, I mean, and even like in my treatment house, that's what I called everybody that was there with me, as I was like, from one misfit to another, like, I'm proud of you guys. From one misfit to another, like, we are doing this, and I pray that every person out there who feels like a misfit, who feels like they don't have support, who feels like they don't know God yet, like that chair right there has got your name written all over it in bright neon fluorescent smelly marker. Like, we all know the smelly markers, right? Yeah. I mean, I was, you know, grape was kind of my flavor, but just support is out there, and I want people to know that, because the support I felt my very first meeting was unparalleled, and I'll say it every chance I get. This family touches people to their soul like a way I didn't think was possible anymore, and I mean, I believe it's possible. I see it day in and day out with everybody here, and I hope that I support somebody like that. I mean, I hope that the way that you guys support me, I hope that I support somebody like that. And I hope that I can change somebody's life in the way that all of you have changed my life. And support looks like each and every single one of your faces, and I love you all for it. With that, I love you.
My name is Benji. I'm in recovery. Today I have 139 days. God is my number one supporter. He's the one that I was able to turn away from, and he took me back when I was ready, when I was desperate, when I needed support the most. He was the one that brought me comfort, love within myself, and the ability to go out and do what I'm doing today. The Sober Soldierz family is such a blessing. I just can't get enough of it, you know. I don't know what the phrase is. I eat, sleep, and breathe Sober Soldierz. I eat, sleep, and breathe the Bible, our church family. You know, I've been, I feel like God's pulling me into, you know, doing big things within the church and within Sober Soldierz, and, you know, and recovery centers and stuff like that. I just have the need to help people, the want to help people, and to support people that are struggling today. My family, you know, like Jess said, my mom, she's huge support. My friends, Jason, Jessica, they're the two people in our hometown that those are the only ones we go see besides our kids, are those two people, because I mean, everybody else is kind of toxic to us. You know, that's where we were born, raised, and that's our hometown. And it's just that we can't go back there because there's nobody but a couple people, and her mom and stepdad. That's the only reason why we go back there. But her mom and stepdad are very, very good supporters of ours as well. You know, they've seen right through the negative in our addiction, and knew what we were capable of, knew who we were inside, and stuck with us through it. And it's just, you know, it's a blessing to be able to feel that, to be able to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're doing, good or bad, that they're standing right there for you, praying for you, and just, you know, that helps bring you strength within yourself, knowing that somebody's there fighting with you through your fight. But yeah, I love all you guys. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and all the days in between, I look forward to seeing everybody, because you're all my family. You're all the ones that stand next to me no matter what. No matter what the problem is, good or bad. I guess there's good problems too, but no, I just love you guys and I appreciate you all. Thank you.
My name is Adam. I have 299 days. My support is first and foremost Jesus Christ, but I just wanted to give a shout out to somebody that I never thought would be good support and tell me what I need to hear, is Logan Parlow. He's very intelligent, and he's helped me through a lot of my negative thoughts, and he doesn't feed into it like when we were in using together. So yeah, I'm just proud of him, and he's doing good. And right now I'm in a weird headspace. Just kind of feel like I'm just in cruise control right now, and I need to start focusing more and get into the Bible. It's something that I have definitely not been doing, and it helped me when I was in jail, and I need to learn to do it when I'm not locked up, and not worry about what I want or what makes me feel good. I need to give more time to him. I need to give more time to my brothers at the house. Another one of my big supporters is TJ. He's given me a lot of good advice along the way. I never thought I could, look up to somebody or like that, and I do, and I want to be more godly like him. I think about it daily. What do I need to do to be like that? And just, you know, I don't feel like relapsing or anything, but I'm in a place right now. Everything's going good though. Like that's what I need to, you know, just take my blessings and not get stagnant. Yeah, I'm glad to be sober. Praise God.
I'm Randy. I got 3 years and 6 months and some change. I feel like God's just like Sunday. I mean, it's just like feels like my hair just stands up on the end in church or asking things. Seems like it doesn't ever come like you want it to fast. If you just wait, it'll come. And then with that, you know, it makes me feel good. And Cash is my other supporter. Without him, who knows where I'd be. I've got some regrets that I'm trying to let go of. Without him, I don't know. I'd probably be locked up. You know, I don't want to be there. And he keeps me, takes care of me. I'm supposed to take care of him, but he's 3. And I'm 56, so. But he's a big supporter to me. It helps me. If I'm not around or if he doesn't see me, if I'm in the bathroom, he's like, Dad, if I don't answer, where you at, Dad? He starts, you know, come looking, you know, like make sure I'm not behind a closed door or, you know, but he's never seen nothing like that. I don't ever want him to see anything like that with me. And a friend of mine put on Facebook a little thing. It says, someone out there is holding their breath, waiting for you to fail. Make sure they suffocate. I got so many people in Southeast Iowa that would like for me to fail. Because I got this little boy, mother's other 2 kids would like to see me fail. They say I'm a monster. Oh, no, afraid not. You know, it's just, that's a saying, it's just that hit home for, that's true. You know, I'm not going to fail. I got this little boy and he keeps me going every day. I've been every day going and going.
Thank you,
Good evening, I'm Jim. I'm a work in progress. I would say my biggest thing is that mental health has been my next hurdle to conquer after having an addiction about 20 years ago. The thing is that my biggest supporter, of course, is God, and then my wife, my daughter, amazing, and my mother-in-law, great supporters. But when they haven't run a parallel road or a similar path, I guess, when Soldierz came to First Church, and I attended my first meeting, and I'm like, wow, these people are screwed up as I am, and that, you know, I fit in. I have somebody to talk to. They relate, and the men's meetings, again, on Tuesday night and Saturday nights, I love. That puts me, and tonight, puts me on a path where, you know, I know it's good. I do a lot of traveling, so when I'm traveling, if I'm talking to God, I know things are good. It's when I don't, and sometimes I also have a medical condition that takes me out and is very painful, and it's very easy to conquer that pain, but it's the wrong way and puts me back where I was 20 years ago. So I don't want to ever go back down that path again, but some days are very dark and difficult. But I love the men's group because they hold me accountable, and I want to be here. I also have a good friend, good family friend, Tiffany. I hope you're online. I hope you're watching. She's running a parallel road. She's got 3 beautiful daughters. She's down in Pella. She's got a great husband, but she runs the same path as us. It's only distance, and I'm praying praying that she will get involved, or that maybe some of the females, I know TJ has spoke to her, I'm hoping she can connect because she doesn't really have a family, a group like we have here. And so I'm praying for her. This is an awesome topic because I know I'm still kind of new to the group, but driving over here, I didn't have only TJ and CJ's number, and tonight I was going to hit all my guys groups and get their numbers so I can make calls or they can call me. And what you brought up as a topic, that's a God thing. I was like, wow, you know, it's pretty cool. So please pray for Tiffany, and that's it.
I'm Sherry, and I have, on October 24th, I have 5 years clean. And my biggest supporters, I agree with me. God first, but my friends and family, friends that have become family, and my cousin Tanya. She's been there for me through a lot.
I'm Kristen. I have 95 days. My son. I've lost a lot of people to addiction. My mother, my main support, she died of alcoholism. And then my other one is federal prison. So like, he's my biggest support every day. He talks me down. If I'm having a bad day, I know I message him, and I'm better. So you're next.
I'm Stephanie. I have 140 days. As far as support goes, of course, God, but I have to say the man sitting behind me, and not because he's my fiance, but because, okay, so I'm 42, and I have been to 11 halfway houses, 3 inpatient treatments, prison twice, drug court for 5 years, and in jail for long periods of time, between 30 and 40 times throughout my adult life. I have been off paper for 4 months from the time I was 18. And when I got in trouble this time and violated, I told my PO that I would rather go to prison than to go to the facility. And he just couldn't understand. I said, well, here's the deal. When I go to prison, I can pretend that I got a whole different life and I don't have to see my life disappearing in front of me and not be able to do anything about it. When you're in a halfway house, if you're me and you're in a halfway house, typically you get to watch your life disappear as you sit there and you can do nothing about it. You get to sit on the phone and cry when somebody doesn't answer. You get to sit on the phone and want to leave or run because you want to go fix something that you ain't going to be able to fix anyway, but you just want to be there to fucking fuck it up some more, I guess. I don't know. But what I can say about support is he answered every single phone call. He showed up and picked me up for every single meeting. He picked me up for work when he could. He got me all of the girly things that I needed to make it through the facility. He showed up. Andrew was there a lot also. We kind of backed each other up on that. I helped him out when he was going through treatment, and he helped me out. Oh, I forgot. Been 3 treatments too. 53, there it is. Right. So he showed me that people can show up, you know what I mean? And has shown me something that I've ended in a lifetime of impossible relationships. I forgot that one too. Other than him and Andrew and TJ, CJ, you guys, my sister, my sister sent me something she posted on Facebook about, I think I'm your biggest cheerleader. I'm so happy for you guys or whatever. And I remember when I got out, she was like, hey, I don't know why you got jammed up, but it doesn't really matter. She's not at all. She's like, but it doesn't matter. I'm just glad that you're out and that you're doing well. And that's what she says every single time. You know what I mean? And she's willing, you know what I mean? She's willing to show up and whatever I need, just roll with the punches because she's my sister and she loves me. And that's all I got.
My name is Jackie. I have 36 days left. So, my mom is probably my biggest support. She always has been unconditionally. But I lied to her for a long time. So, her realizing I was an addict was a huge deal. But once I got that weight lifted off my shoulders and I was honest with her about it, she has been there unconditionally. So, and my family too. I've been honest with them lately, so that's been nice. But other than that, like probably my best friend John, he came with me to the meeting last Saturday. He's been my best friend since second grade. He also is going through recovery, so that's nice. And then probably this man right behind me, TJ. And CJ for sure. And everybody here. It's nice to be back. I know there's a lot of faces that probably don't know me, but I'm coming back. So it's nice to meet all of you. And it's just good to be back. Thanks.
I'm Jennifer. I have like 3 months and some days. I did that thing where you change people, places, and everything. So basically, the only thing I got God. I go to church every Sunday, and I got the VA. And I got my meds, but you have to be careful with them because only the ones in treatment tell her to be trusted. But anyway, yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
I'm CL, Trader Son. I got 1,435 days. Support. My support comes from being in places like I am right now. I go to different meetings because I choose to simply be surrounded by people of a positive nature. Like Robert sat there and said, man, you choose who to be around. Bankers be around bankers. You choose who you want to be like. Each and every one of y'all in here is a person that I want to be like. So my support comes from the genuine conversations I had with people in here. Somebody asking me how I'm doing actually means. Give me an actual hug. And I mean, not one of them back. This is my support system, and I'm proud and glad for it.
My name is TJ Maxwell, and I have 5 years, 5 months in recovery. And I like what everybody said about support, but before I found my support, my grandmother, my mother praying me into where I am today and what I'm doing today. And once I found God, God is first and foremost who is my go-to for everything. I really like what Babbitt said about all the faces in this room, all the things that we do. This recovery family, I like to say, keeps you so busy you can't go back, or you don't need to go back on the God, because we're doing something all the time. And what I love about our recovery family is also the supporters that get to sit in this room and recover with us. And when they just come in, just as supporters, not realizing how big of an impact that is for the supporters to take their time to come to these recovery meetings. When it's not their problem, but it is. Yeah, it is. But they take time out of their night to come in here with us. This is the type of meeting when I like to go around the room and just say your name, share your recovery time if you want to, but you just share your name. So new people.
Hello.
Libyans, 7 days?
Yeah.
What's up, family? My name is Eric. Glad to be here tonight. I've been in recovery for 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks, and 5 days.
So now many of you know that go in like the treatment centers with me, that go into places with me when I tell you, and this is not to knock the 12-step program or anything, but I'd say that I've been forced into meetings since I was like 17. I've been in those rooms. So there's one person in this room back here that I'm going to get on the mic just to introduce herself. That was actually in treatment with me the very first time I ever walked into those rooms. 17 years old, wasn't I?
You were a baby.
I was a baby, and you were asking me, what the heck am I doing in that room? Yes! Just tell us your name, William. I'm glad to see you.
Mary.
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 Thank you, Mary. Recovery family, let's circle up and close this meeting.
I remember that. I didn't have 3% there anymore.
That's not, I remember.
Hey, the lady in the yellow hat.
Oh! Hold up. I missed one.
My bad. She's like, so they're all
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica, and I have 540 days. I'm going to keep this thing for little ears from up and down addiction. 518 days from release from alcoholism, and 9 months from up. And for that, I am truly grateful. I'm dealing with the worst trauma of my life, and God has kept me sober somehow. So, grateful to be here, my first meeting.
Welcome.
I didn't want to, I try not to say, how's it said? Don't think about what you're going to say, let the Holy Spirit speak through you. I do have some, you okay? I have civil court on Monday. If you could please pray or hold space for my son, I would truly appreciate it. Thanks.
Welcome to the family. Whose Father?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever. Amen.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, I did not mean to forget you, but we definitely want to pray with you.
Hey TJ, I brought this for Benji, but it wasn't on the
Woo! Thanks, buddy. Sun on deck.